Chasers. He's hammering this one home. Well over 2.5 years since his last win. It's going to be another to add to the collection. As we mentioned before, they're not numerous, but they're big ones when they come. And this will be a nice one at 37, almost 38 years of age. Fourth oldest rider in the race, as Adam and I were just checking a moment ago. And with 3Ks to go, the stage in the Tour of the Alps will belong to Alessandro De Marchi. He comes from the foot of the mountains, further on to the eastern end of the Alps, San Daniele del Friuli. And here he is in the central heart of the Alps, in Austria, on his way to beating some of the best in the world, to pick up number 7 of his professional career.
He's flying as well, 1:15 to them two behind now as well. He's got time to just sit up, cruise in, enjoy the moment. He's absolutely motoring.
Well, will he be being told that?
Well, if he's not, we're telling you, mate, you're flying.
The hard work's done. There we go. Inside 2.5 Ks to go. Chance to just ease the body up and stretch into the roundabout, but he's got to keep the pressure on the pedals, albeit not in such frantic fashion as a few minutes ago. 1:19 the gap, and it's going to be enough for the first Jayco Alula victory in over 2 months. They started the season so well, didn't they? Handful of wins in January and February, but it's dried up since then. The bad luck for Michael Matthews, the top racing from their racers, and today they're going to bring one home. It's going to be their oldest rider on the squad. It'll be his first win since joining the team as well.
It's great when you get an older rider like this who's still so competitive and still at the pointy ends of things. In terms of one-day race, well, not one-day races, but going for stages like this, and with so many young guys coming through in bike racing now, it's great that you've got a man like this to be able to learn from, not just with riders in your team, but other riders coming into races who might question, how can I possibly get a win? How can I do this? I mean, this man, he doesn't win that often, but he's in a numerous amount of breakaways that run ever so close. And today, in terms of using a breakaway, playing it to the last minute, very good at.
Now he knows. Into the final kilometre. He's been told the situation. He can breathe a sigh of relief. And this must be a great feeling, Adam. You know you've won and you can enjoy it.
I mean, you're asking the wrong person, Rob, to be honest. It's only happened to me once where I've been in a breakaway and I've won on my own, and I only had about a 5-second gap. So, yeah, you're asking the wrong person, mate. I can imagine it feels amazing.
There he is. He's under the Flamme Rouge. And he's on his way to the finish line. One more nasty little kick off of the row before he gets to that finish. But the stage is now his. Peloton deciding today, quite a while ago now, that the breaker would take today's stage. Today's stage has been taken from the breakaway. 6 men got out there. One by one they fell away. The survival of the strongest. The fittest taking it. But you had to have the race knowledge, the know when to go, when to sniff out the result. And this man's done it before, hasn't he? At the very highest level as a 3-time Vuelta stage winner. He still has the dream of winning at his home Giro D'Italia. But for now, it's victory at the Tour of the Alps. And with Alessandro De Marchi, 38 next month, proving old dog, same trick, but a new win at a new race. For the first time in his career, De Marchi takes a stage at the Tour of the Alps, and Jayco Alula have their first win in over 2 months. The count has restarted, and they're on the money again. A great win from the breakaway for Alessandro De Marchi, and that might just be his ticket to the Giro d'Italia stamped. Brilliant.
Fantastic. Absolutely love it, Rob. It's great to see it as well. Such an experienced guy he doesn't get his opportunities every day. Spends a lot of his time helping teammates, trying his chance in other breakaways, and just to finally see him get his hands up in the air after a few years, it's very good. He'll be getting many a pats on the back tomorrow from the other riders in the peloton when he starts tomorrow's race. Well respected rider and thoroughly deserved.
A huge win. And all of the talk of these young guns coming along. This man's been pro since 2010. Now, you mentioned him a couple of times already, but Gianni Savio will be happy looking at that. Here's a nice moment too. It's not a win for Patrick Gamper, but the Tyrolese rider at home does enough to take second place. Bora Hansgrohe getting up there, Gamper in the break, pulling off second. And a third place to Simon Pelot, who just keeps trying and trying and trying. If he's going to be riding around Italy this month, you can be sure that he will be in a break or two. Victory for Jaco Alula. Victory for Alessandro De Marchi. And here come the peloton. No big splits or anything, remember. No big time bonuses or anything like that left. And it's Austrian pride at the front because the national champion, Gregor Mühlberger, who takes fourth place there for Movistar. Green jersey still on the back of Tobias Foss. He keeps the lead going into stage 3 of the Tour of the Alps. It's as we were in the general classification, Adam, and it's a brand new winner on the palmarès of this race. A man who's been around for a long time, who's congratulated by his teammates. And my, have they started this race well. Second yesterday for Harper. Today it's De Marchi who brings home the bacon. And there's his mate, Filippo Ganna. Popular figure, as you were explaining, Adam, within the peloton, and particularly in Italian cycling. One of the veterans and who riders like Ganna will have looked up to when they were turning professional.
Yeah, just learning from this man. He's, like I said earlier, I mean, you can't underestimate this man's tactical awareness, his awareness of what he is capable of, how he uses other riders within a breakaway, when he decides to go. Everything about him is just, it's calculated, but it's also second nature to him in a kind of way where it's just ingrained in him, and it's so hard to learn it. But when you see a rider like this, you can really pick apart how he rode today. You know, when we first came on air, we saw him, all the riders not looking like they're going full gas. Then we saw one rider dropped, another rider dropped. Then we saw Camper just go on the attack, and not really a response from De Marchi to try and jump across to him. He used Pelot up on those bottom slopes, tried to get as much as he can out of him as well, tire him out before the bottom of the climb, and then when he got on the climb, he knew what he was doing, used it for protection, used that power. And when you go back, dissect that, you've not only got your legs screaming at you, but you've got the car giving you instructions, you've got the car giving you advice, and just being able to stay calm and confidence in your ability. Yeah, today there was no one better.
A lovely moment. And confidence for the team. Remember, they started so well, as we were saying, but no wins for 2 months. They'd started to dry up a bit. They're back. Alessandro De Marchi wins stage 2 of the Tour of the Alps. He beats Patrick Gamper, Simon Pelot, Gregor Mühlberger and Joan Bau. Felline, Tiberi, Pouls, Donnenwert and Bardet in the top 10. And for Donnenwert,